45 minutes they see him on telly, right? And forget, as a referee, you're there to do a job. So if he does seem stern, if he does seem in command, if he does seem shouty or bossy or in command, like I said, that's his job. Of course he's going to be there. If he's going to tell you off if you're fouling, he's going to congratulate you if you did well. But people have this, until you spend time with someone, not just him. I've, like I said, during the lockdown, I got to spend time with other judges, other referees. That I've been in passing, but when you actually spend time with them, actually you get to know them more. Even same with me. I've worked with Mark for many years, but it wasn't until we went to Fight Island and we were 3-4 weeks in the same company, same hotel, having breakfast, etc. And you do naturally get to grow and enjoy each other's company. So him, Rich Mitchell, Sam Movahedi, they're the guys I enjoy spending my time with. And it does make the job enjoyable, not that it's not, but it just, like you said, when you're away, especially from your family and stuff, it just makes it a little bit easier and a bit more fun, I guess, as well,
Nice. I mean, would you guys talk about
fights?
Do you talk about fights a lot? Yeah, I mean, it might be a silly question, but as in maybe you're like, I'm bored of fights, so just talk about football or something.
Believe it or not, when you hear people going, especially more than so the judges side.
I suppose that's quite a comforting answer from top level referees, is that they enjoy.
We are the most, what's the word I'm looking for? We self-criticise ourselves quite a lot after an event, and we're lucky enough. Again, we got. If I've done wrong or if I've maybe missed something or I could have done something better, they will tell me. They'll go, look, did you really see it like this? Or maybe you could have positioned yourself a bit there, or maybe you could have taken a step back, etc. Same with the judging side of it. People, so what social media is like this. These judges don't know what they're talking about, or they should never. Trust me, there are some judges out there who shouldn't be judging, of course. But there's also judges there that are self-critical or will go and look back. There's been times where we've watched. We've done a whole event. The next day we've got up and watched another 4 fights, the same fights we refereed or judged, just to go, did we get that right? Yeah, we did actually. Or, or could I have been here a bit better? Could I position myself a bit better? So yeah, it's you always are gonna be criticising yourself, especially if you want to better yourself. You want to recognise that as well, And I'm lucky enough with those guys. We do have conversations. It's not just talk about fights. Sometimes we do, we have a good time, we're talking about family, other stuff, other hobbies, and the best thing about the Fight Island...
WKD's come out.
Yeah, no, that's towards the end, after the event's done. But the best thing about it is actually through the Fight Island one, we got to train a lot, which was fun, because obviously all the gyms were closed there, weren't they? During COVID, no one could train. So when we went over there, we had our own little area. Nice. Well, you say it's nice, but not when you roll with loads of black belts and get my arse handed to me. But it was fun. But like I said, is definitely 100% the guys that I hang around with and I'm with. I'm fortunate enough that we all love the sport and we want to better the sport. And again, like people, and it's people only see us for that. Like I said, 15 to 20 minutes on a show when we're in a role of being. Someone who needs to have some sort of authority, They don't see us when we're sitting at a cafe having a cup of coffee and shooting shit, you know what I mean? They don't see that side of it. Maybe they did, they might still not like us, I don't know, but different.
I'm sure they think you're all right.
Maybe.
If, so I was like, if you weren't a referee, if you couldn't referee MMA, maybe let's take a combat sport out of it. But what other sport do you think you could sort of translate well to being like an umpire for?
I like playing basketball, but I don't think I could be a referee on that because even watching it, I'm like, that seems like hard work. Or like they're calling fouls for things. I'm like, guys are going, like even like football, you see guys go down of just touching someone like that. I'm like, I've refereed people who like punching and kicking each other or choking each other out.
It's a very different culture, isn't it? Like, because you literally, like with rugby and compared to football, if you look at MMA fighters, they are.
But rugby, I understand, because rugby again, there's that contact there, right? I don't understand really rugby, and the same with like American football. The reason I like watching it is someone basically getting beaten up. I like that contact stuff to it. But would I have refereed anything else? Most probably not.
Really?
No, I don't know. I maybe would have trained in it. And
tennis seems like an easy game.
Nah, mate. Even that, you get. Well, haven't you seen some of the players, throwing a hissy fit because they thought he was in or out? Doesn't matter. If you in any sport, if you can blame the ref, you will, right? Doesn't matter what it is. I don't think I would have refereed, or I think I would have still been involved in the sport.
Have you ever refereed any? Have you ever read like kids' football match or anything like that? Or?
It's harder than referee. I did the linesman for my for my boys under 12 game once. Never again. I said to the coach, I went, nah, I'm good, thanks. Because you know what I think is offside. I'm like, might be. And bear in mind, it's only a Sunday league thing, right?
It's horrendous the abuse that people get.
It is. And do you know what? Even the referees that come and referee them things, some of the crap that the parents shout at the referees. Look, we're all passionate, and sometimes, you know, someone gets taken, oh, ref, come on. But some parents have taken it way beyond that, to the point, well, we're going off topic, to a point where one game, the ref just went, see you later, I'm done, forfeited the game, you know?
Yeah.
And what's that teaching your kids as well, you know? And that's why, not even the kids.
Don't blame the referee.
No.
There. Like, I remember, like, when I was a kid, like, my dad stepped in for a football match. And it was just like the amount of abuse, like, it's a bit weird seeing your dad. Do you know what I mean? People just telling him to fuck off and all this sort of like, this is a bit much.
But it's the same as, I don't know, I've been to kids' jiu-jitsu competitions.
Yeah.
Some of the parents, look, again, it's your boy, it's your girl competing, I get that, right? But you're giving a referee abuse for what? Because they missed maybe a point, or because whatever it is, right? At the end of the day, is your kid coming out of there safe? Yes, right?
Okay, maybe if a kid gets hurt, might.
Of course, then you got to think, but like little things, ref, or I don't know, I can't think of an example. I've seen abuse at all levels for referees, you know.
Yeah, it is that. I mean, they're a common scapegoat, aren't they? But
of course it is.
But I suppose that's why they're tough. It's a tough job.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's something I'd ever really. I've done.
Have you refereed jiu-jitsu?
Yeah, only at like a very small like. And to be fair, I thought it was quite enjoyable. But like even then, someone like argued with me about it, and they just didn't know the rules. Yeah. They thought because they were on top, basically, that they were winning the fight. They were stuck in someone's guard, but I had a guy on the bottom who was more active, throwing up arm bars, triangles. I think maybe I gave him one advantage, but he was just pressing the other guy. Just sat there thinking it was like MMA. Yeah. Like,
but even in MMA, going to that point, a lot of people get that wrong, right? They think, because someone's, you know, classic one is, you know, last 10 seconds, get a takedown. They get a takedown. Oh, you've won the round. No, you haven't. How about the other? 4 minutes 50 that happened in the fight when you were getting lit up just because you got a takedown.
So that's an interesting thing. Like, if I could ask your opinion on, let's say you've got someone like Brian Hall, who. Or you could even say Damien Myers. Actually, maybe Ryan Hall's a better example because he plays off his back more. But let's say that you've got someone like him who, let's face it, like he's getting to a lot of points in the fight where he's really close to ending that fight. Yeah. Let's say you got,
off his back.
5 minute, but he doesn't inflict any damage.
Yeah.
How would you say, but in comparison to someone that's on top, like as in terms, from a judging perspective, you go, he's been really attacking. He might not have inflicted any cumulative damage, but he's put him in a heel hook 3-4 times.
From underneath?
Yeah. Compared to someone, let's say, who's landed...
What did you just say at the beginning? He was close to finishing the fight.
Yeah.
That's the fight game, right?
Right.
Whoever's nearly finishing the fight.
Right. Let's say the other person's they've racked up 20 solid shots from the top. Like, good old...
Yeah, but at any point when they hit them shots, did Ryan look like he was knocked out? Did it look like he was in real trouble? Not really. Or when Ryan had that hook, was the guy grimacing and trying to work out of it? Did he nearly tap? Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna. But people get this. I've had people go to me, yeah, but he was defending them all. Well, no shit.
If he's making you defend it, then...
Make you defend, but you don't reward someone for defence.
No.
Yeah, in judging, you don't reward someone for doing. I'm doing what I need to do to try to finish that fight. Yes, you got to defend. It's like when you people go, yeah, but like he was defending the armbar, but he didn't get it. I'm like, yeah, but he nearly did get it because if he didn't have it, your guy wouldn't have to defend it. So he nearly did finish the fight. If your guy didn't defend it, he would have tapped and it would have been over with, right? Yeah. And that's the misconception of people. It was a way of thinking, not now, it's definitely not now, but like maybe 10 years ago, maybe a little bit less than that, people had this idea of, if I was on top, I'm winning.
Yeah.
If I'm on top and I'm throwing shitloads of elbows, and I'm throwing up triangles, arm bars. And,
It's Khabib on top of someone.
Yeah, but
whacking.
even when Khabib's on top of someone, if the guy at the bottom's not doing anything and he's hitting the shots or he's going for the choke, of course, you've got to look at it both ways. You know, them days have gone of people having the idea of, if I'm on top, you're winning the fight, because that's not the case, right? I know
I was actually quite ignorant to the fact of, like, if someone's almost getting a sub, then that counts for a lot in the, because you judge as well, don't you?
Yeah.
So
it definitely you want to. I don't judge as much as the other judges, but it's good to know to be able to judge, just in case if you get called up. I've been times where a judge hasn't turned up or wasn't able to get there, and then we've had to rotate the judges and the referees, which we've done.
interesting.
But again, with that going back to submission stuff. I think again, it's got to be effective as well. So if I'm just throwing my legs up, pretending to trying to go for a triangle, it's different to someone who's actually got me in the triangle and I'm fighting it and I'm doing it, right? Yeah. Just because you're throwing it up, it doesn't mean you're necessarily winning. Does that make sense? Yeah. If I'm throwing my legs up and you're throwing 2 hard shots to my head, guess what I'm going to be counting more? The 2 shots to the head. Yeah, whereas if you've caught me in the triangle and now I've got to defend it, then the guy on the bottom.
So you probably say, so I think, like, probably an example I can think of is like, who is it? Like Poirier on Khabib with that guillotine. There's one, and there's Wonderboy Thompson and Woodley.
Yeah.
I can't remember. I forget who had who in lockdown. Like, but it was. I think Woodley had Wonderboy in the guillotine deep. I think.
Yeah.
Maybe I got the wrong.
It doesn't matter what fight it is, right? As long as if you're looking to finish that fight, it's effective. The word effective is key there. Like, same with the striking. You got people who go, yeah, but he was coming forward, right? Carlos Condit was the classic one. He loved counter strike, so he loved being on the back foot and counter striking, right? Just because you're walking him down doesn't mean you're winning the fight.
Yeah.
If you're walking him down, you're taking jab after jab after jab. Yeah. You know, and you're landing and all that.
Yeah.
He's winning the fight. Whereas it could be the other way around. I could jab you the whole fight, and all of a sudden you throw a massive right hand, and my legs go underneath me. I do the chicken dance. And I'm looking to be out. And you don't.
Yeah.
You know, it's you got to give it to the effective shot. Who's basically nearly finished the fight. Again, that's what people need to understand. You're in a fight game. It's not points, and that's as such. Right? Who's finishing that fight? And that's why, like, sometimes, like in jiu-jitsu competition, I'm sure you've seen it, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. Like, even when I come training, I don't understand points. I don't give a shit. You either choke me out or I choke you out, or we're doing it, right? Nothing frustrates me more, even because you get jiu-jitsu players who come to MMA, right? Get full mount, right? So they're on top like this, full mount, and they're just sitting there, and I'm saying to them, you see some progression, you see some work, and they're not doing the work. Then when you separate them, and they're like, oh, but ref, what? I was like, I've just given you near, and it's very rare that I stand anyone up from a mount position, but if you're not doing anything with that mount, if you're not throwing elbows, if you're not throwing shots, and you're just sitting there, and the other person's just holding you, both resting, well, there's no progression in the fight, right? I can't just, it has to be some work. I've got to give the judges something to work with, right? So I will set you back up and do it. My point being was, that some people do get in that mindset of like, if just because I'm laying on top or I'm in a dominant position, I don't have to do anything else. Well, you do. I mean, do you get out in jiu-jitsu sometimes? Does it frustrate you? Because I know sport jiu-jitsu is different to sub-only and stuff like that.
I mean, like, that occasionally, you do get people that stall, or like what you can see has a little bit of a way, when there's a skill disparity, it's easier to kind of stall if you're on top because you can engage in it.